Canelo, you a bitch. I'm putting it out there.
Bitch ass motherfucker. What happened?
I know that.
So what do I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. Okay, so before we get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this channel, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Alright, so with all that out the window, man, y'all see what the title of the video is, man. Look like Canelo Alvarez once again been offered $50 million by the PBC in order to fight David Benavidez. And things are once again starting to get very interesting at the super middleweight division. You know what I mean? And you know, it's interesting for two reasons, right? It's interesting because, one, we've seen this before. And because we've seen this before, we don't have a whole lot of faith in Canelo Alvarez that he's actually going to fight David Benavidez. But two, it's interesting because, unlike last time, Canelo Alvarez doesn't really have as many options as he had the last time he was in this situation. Last time he was in this situation, the Zone came with a contract for him to fight Triple G and Dimitri Bivol. He ended up losing to Dimitri Bivol. He ended up beating Triple G. But the moral of the story really is that he lost to a guy that he really didn't need to fight, all to avoid fighters that he should have fought, right? When the reality of the situation is, he probably would have got more respect and more props for losing to the fighters that he should have fought, rather than taking his time and fighting guys he really had no business fighting, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not Canelo decides to do the right thing by fighting the guys that he should have fought now, rather than trying to do what he did last year and fighting guys he really ain't had no business fighting, right? And it ain't even like the Bivol Canelo pay-per-view did like crazy numbers or anything. It ain't even like he made a whole lot of money off that. I get that he got guaranteed money, but he was offered guaranteed money with the PBC last year or a few years ago when the two contracts were on the table, right? So is he gonna make the right decision this time as opposed to last time? I mean, gonna be interesting to see what he does. Honestly and truly, I don't think he got too many options at this point, right? Ain't no more John Riders. Ain't no more, you know, random mandatories. He beat the only mediocre mandatory right now at 168. Everybody else bought that action, right? John Ryder was the only exception for the WBO. But at the WBA, you got David Morrell. With the WBC, you got David Benavidez. That's your mandatory. For the IBF, I don't know if they got an IBF mandatory. Maybe that's his way out, the IBF mandatory. I don't know. Either that or you move up and you fight Dimitri Bivol, right? Which may be his next move, but if he goes up there and he fights Dimitri Bivol and he loses again, that's the end of Canelo, right? That's the end of Canelo. And you know, the first time he lost to Bivol, to me, that was the end of Canelo, right? And it really has been that ever since that particular fight. But if he goes up there and he loses to the same guy twice, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. No more Canelo Alvarez. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. You know what I mean? And $50 million is a lot of money to turn down for a fight that you should have took years ago. $50 million is probably much more than you'll get for a fight with a Dimitri Bivol, honestly and truly. I'm not sure the Zone made money on that goddamn pay-per-view between you and Dimitri Bivol, right? I'm not sure. They probably lost money because they offered you guarantee and it wasn't a big fight. Nobody knew who the fuck Bivol was, right? So You know, I say all that to say this, bro. Canelo Alvarez is in a position right now where it's either put up or shut up, bro. It's either fight or retire. Ain't nowhere to run to now, bro. Ain't nowhere to run to. You beat up your WBO mandatory, John Ryder. You struggled in that fight. You didn't even look that good. You got an opportunity to make $50 million versus David Benavidez. 50 mil versus David Benavidez. Are you really gonna turn that down so that way you can go up, fight Dimitri Bivol, and maybe make a quarter of that, half of that, and get beat again and lose? Or would you rather go out in a blaze of glory and fight David Benavidez, get paid $50 million, and at least ride off with a handsome little payday, right? But you know, it all remains to be seen at this point, man. When it comes to Canelo Alvarez, I got no faith that this guy will do what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Let me know what your thoughts here, bro. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit the goddamn like button on your way out. But until next time, bro, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace.